What's up, guys? Today, we're gonna be watching 50 Royal Pair Shorts, and this is the one we need to get. So, starting my my PvP arc. This is the 50. Okay, whatever.
These are times I've screamed very loudly. And the first was me dying in Geometry Dash.
Hold up. Let's lock in.
Hold on, I gotta pee. Actually, I gotta poop. Get back.
I love America. But there is one thing we do objectively wrong and worse than every other country. Bread. American bread is ass, man. And you know which one I'm talking about. The white sandwich bread with like 20 ingredients. That is not bread. This is bread. And I'll even say when people make the argument that American food is more processed, is not bread. This is bread. And I'll even say when people make the argument that American food is more processed, sometimes you can respond with, yeah, but it tastes better. But you can't even do that here. It is over. We have lost the red war. I love America. What's the next big Minecraft SMP? Let's pretend you don't know anything except the Dream SMP, which took over the internet a long time ago and blew up the trend of survival multiplayer, which SMP stands for. After that, we had some pretty notable ones, like the Lifesteal SMP, where when you kill someone, you steal one of their hearts. Maybe you've heard of the more recent Unstable SMP, a scripted SMP with 4 people making videos, kind of treating them like movies. But that brings me back to my question, what do I think is the next big SMP to blow up? Well, my bet would go to the Money SMP for 2 main reasons. Number 1, it appeals to everyone. You have the best PvPers in the world in this event, and also people who are not so good at the game, like me and Chug Nasty. But not only that, SMPs are notoriously hard to keep up with. If you miss a couple streams of one person's POV, you're behind a lot. But with Money SMP, it's more of an event, a 1-week-long battle that takes place only a few times a year, which is much easier to watch. And speaking of that, I'm streaming it live on Twitch this entire week, so come over and watch.
No.
What's the... I'm I'm gonna say it, man. I love Friend Slop, and I love most of the games that have come from the genre. But two Friend Slop games stand out to me the most. Number one is Repo. I feel like out of all the older Friend Slop games, this is the one that gets the most updates still, but also just gets that balance of horror and humor perfectly. The second game I'm gonna praise has been taking over the internet. Mecha Chameleon. This is, in my opinion, the most fun Friend Slop game. Hide and seek, but you can paint yourself is such a good concept. There's so many times I've been right in front of someone and they couldn't find me. And the best part is that it's a new game, so it'll probably get even better. I'm gonna say it, man. It finally happened. I've been trying to do something for the past 5 years, and I haven't. So to explain, let's go back in time to before even my first video. Matter of fact, before I even made the channel. Because as some of you know, before YouTube, I was streaming on Twitch to 3 average viewers every stream. And even despite the low numbers, content creation was still my dream at the time. I was just a guy called Royal Pare Gaming. And eventually, after discovering YouTube and making a channel called Royal Pare, I went to change my Twitch name to get rid of the gaming at the end, and Royal Pare was taken. You're kidding me. For the next 5 years, I would be a chud called Royal Pare YT. I think we can all agree the YT at the end just sucks. And ever since that day, I've been trying to change my name. I sent emails, I asked employees, but finally, I am proud to say that I am now Royal Pare on Twitch. So Sony just responded to the crazy backlash they were getting in the funniest way possible. So by now you've probably heard that Sony is discontinuing physical games, which just sucks. I like collecting and displaying all the games I buy, and now I can't do that anymore. But
I mean, they'll be rare, so you can still display them, but you can't play.
what I want to talk about is Sony's response. Well, they kind of didn't have one, and instead just dropped Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. If you aren't aware, these are considered some of the best COD games before the franchise kind of went to shit, and people have been begging for ports of these games for years. So I feel like Sony just had a button ready to upload these games if something really went wrong. As of now, they're both the top 2 games on the PS Store, but luckily fans still aren't forgetting what they did. Sony just responded.
You can claim
A while ago, I played Minecraft at 1000% volume. These were the best moments. I'm gonna build a boat and we're gonna get out of here. Why is the boat so loud? Nah, dude, I can't do this. I hate my fucking life, dude. I gotta get to the ocean. No, it's more ice. What is this, man? Shut up! Where are you? Say you're sorry. Say... Okay, no. Shut up, dude. How loud is water? Ah! How loud is this gonna be? That wasn't that bad. Ah! Oh no!
Right to
Fuck! The noise does not stop. I can't do this. I can't even think straight. Nah, bro. I'm going back. Ah! Oh my god. At least it's quiet now. Stay in water for 10 seconds. No. If someone donates $50, I will. There's no way someone donates 50. Aiden Storm with the $50 donation. Deal's a deal, man. I'm a man of my word. 10 seconds. Let's do this. Ah! A while ago, I played Minecraft. I sent 100,000 people a link to a Minecraft server. And when they joined, I told them that their one and only goal was to crash the server. At first, we had them run around with Instamine, but nothing happened. See, the server I recently bought is insane, but I needed to test its limits. So next, I teleported everyone to a bedrock box and blew them all up. Oh my god, dude. But still nothing. So I gave everyone creative mode, and instantly things got worse. People were spamming potions, wardens. At one point there were like 10 withers. But surprisingly, the server was still doing pretty well. It did end up crashing eventually, but after looking into it, we were only using 30% of the server. So we're gonna do another one of these, and I need everyone there. So go join my Minecraft event Discord, link in the pinned comment. I sent
I'll copy that.
Look at this Goo Goo Gaga. So cute, right? Guess how long it takes to make Goo Goo Gaga burst into tears? Don't hold back. Click the link and turn this cutie into your personal stress ball. Start the pranks now. Look at this Goo Goo Gaga.
This website says that humans can't reliably recall colors, and it gives us a little game to prove that. So let's see. Okay, let's do solo. Okay, seems like a olive green. Oh, I think this was pretty freaking close. What? Okay, 7.11. We need to beat that. Okay. That's like another green. Oh, fuck, I'm so cooked. I don't know, the vibes I got were like mint. I think this is closer. Please. Oh, 9.23. I did way better on that one. Okay, blue. Ooh, it's like a medium blue. It's not like dark or light. This is tough. I truly think this is close. That's gotta be it. Oh, I was pretty off. Another green. Okay, this is like green screen green. Oh, I went too bright. I want to get one more in the nines. Come on. It's like gray. I don't fucking remember. Bro, it's so over. Yeah, GG's. It literally called me a background character. This website says that can Akinator guess himself? Is your character a girl? No. Wait, he's animated now? They increased his budget. Does your character really exist? No. Does your character have a human head? See, that's a human head. Yes. Has your character been in a movie? I'm gonna say probably not. Character evil. Is Akinator evil? I don't know if I would trust a genie, bro. I'm gonna say probably not, though. Oh, there's no way. Is your character a genie? Can it hear me? Yes. Does your character ask too many questions? No, he's gonna start trolling me. Yes. Does your character like guessing? Yes. Okay, we lost. Can Akinator guess him? Who was the first person to make a blob skin in Minecraft? I've never really seen anyone talk about this, but the reason I want to find out is because in one of my recent videos, I got a bunch of comments saying that Cam Man was the first blob skin, which I don't think is true. What I would consider a blob skin is one that's simple and that would look good in a YouTube thumbnail. And to be fair, Cam Man did make his skin in early 2019 before the trend, but Minecraft came out in 2011, which gives us 8 years to find someone. But what I found next shocked me. What if I told you that the first blob skin ever made wasn't made 8 years after the game came out, or 5, or 3, but 1 month after the game's release? On December 30th, 2011, this skin, that is definitely a blob skin, was uploaded to Planet Minecraft. The weirdest part? We don't know who made it. I mean, the username of the guy who uploaded it is 600127002, but we have no idea what his Minecraft account is. If we try to click on their linked socials, they just don't exist anymore. And since they haven't made a post in 14 years, unless they see this video and come forward, we will never know who made the first blob skin. Who was the first person to make a blob skin? I just found out something kind of crazy. So you all know that I post my videos here on YouTube, but what you might not know is that I also post them on Spotify, a platform where people usually listen to music. So you can imagine my surprise when I find out that I am charting in at number 25 in the nation in the leisure category, which is insane. Something I've kind of learned over time is that there is a surprising amount of people who watch videos on Spotify, which is really cool. But I have an issue. My friend Jude Lowe is ranked number 5 in the nation, 20 spots higher than me, and he doesn't think I can pass him. Go rate my show 5 stars and start watching me there so we can prove him wrong. I just found out something kind of...
Warning, don't.
I asked over 1 million people to rate popular Minecraft skins, with the first being Technoblade, getting an overwhelming S tier. To me, it makes sense. The crown is just too iconic. Next, we have Dream, which was very divisive. He ended up getting a B tier, which is interesting because he's the first blob skin to show up. Next, we have Notch, the creator of Minecraft. He kind of just looks like a dude with a beard, and y'all gave him B tier as well. Next was Wembu, another blob skin, another very divisive one, and another B tier. Next was Parrot, who looks like a parrot. And he got our first A tier. I also wanted to include a friend, so I threw in Ish, the guy who makes the Civilization videos. He got a B tier as well, but it was a little more positive. Next is Crazy. It's Captain Sparkles getting A, but look how close he was to getting S. That's probably a difference of just a couple people, which reminds me, you should subscribe. This website, I asked over 1 tier audience and a very large F tier audience. And for being honest, I would probably put a skin in F tier. Then finally, was getting A, but look how close he was to getting S. That's probably a difference of just a couple people, which reminds me, you should subscribe to the channel so you can vote the next one. Our second to last person is Camman18. He got a B tier, but he has a very large S tier audience and a very large F tier audience. And for being honest, I would probably put a skin in F tier. Then finally, we have me, who got an overwhelming S tier. Are you guys like trying to butter me up for something? This isn't right. This website makes you fight fictional characters. What fight's better than Bart Simpson? Hear me out. Sandy Cheeks, the karate master of Bikini Bottom. Let's go. My goal is to get 5 in a row. Okay, next. What fight's better than Sandy Cheeks? Hear me out. Mario, I think, could take Sandy in a fight. Let's go. That's 2. What fight's better than Mario? I got a good one. Master Chief surely beats Mario. Okay. Who beats Master Chief? I need to pick someone who's really strong, but also beatable. Luffy? Luffy's pretty damn strong, though. Okay. You just need to get one more. Who beats Luffy? I have someone in mind. Please work. Super Senior Gojo. Please work. Let's go. Who beats Gojo? The person subscribing right now. Look, you won. This website makes you fight This is rock, paper, scissors if rock was very OP. Nothing can beat big rock. What about big paper? Rock crushes paper. Duh. A bomb. That's gotta work, right? Not today, buddy. Big rock can withstand a bomb? What do you mean? Okay. A nuke. This has to work. What? You know what? Fuck it, dude. I'm tired of you. Thanos. This has to work. Even Thanos can't beat the power of a big rock? There's gotta be something. Black hole. There's no way. Wait. Oh my god. I know. Bigger rock. Please? You gotta be kidding me. This is rock, paper, scissors. If I went back in time to the age...
Can you guess what it is?
I posted a video every day for 30... If I went back in time to the age of the dinosaurs, this is how I would survive. First off, there's no humans, so I'm gonna use that to my advantage. I'm gonna go up to the scariest dinosaur, the T-Rex, and I'm gonna say to it, Iron Man dies in Avengers Endgame. And boom, the T-Rex dies from shock and falls over. Now, all the other dinosaurs just saw this, so they're gonna think that I am their true leader. So after living a little bit more with the dinosaurs, learning how they eat, sleep, and even love, I'm gonna warn them about the meteor and how if we don't stop it, all of us will die.
Well, without the meteor, we wouldn't have.
And Fortnite won't exist. But we have thousands of years to prepare for that. So I'm gonna force all the other dinosaurs to get in the ocean. And slowly but surely, we're gonna adapt to live underwater. Then when the day of the meteor finally arrives, we just all swim to the bottom of the ocean and form a giant sphere. Then I guess we just hope that some of us survive. Subscribe for more life tips. If I went back in time to the age of the dinosaurs, this is how I would survive. First off, there's no humans, so I'm gonna use that to my advantage. I'm gonna go up to the scariest dinosaur, the T-Rex, and I'm gonna say to it, Iron Man dies in Avengers.
Can you guess what it is?
I posted a video every day for 30 days to see if it was worth it. A lot of big YouTubers have told me these words. Your channel is killing it, but you need to post more. You would grow even faster. And personally, I've always been kind of against daily uploads, but I wanted to see for myself. So I decided to lock in, probably harder than I ever have before. I also hired an editor full-time to help me with this. But let's look at the month before I did this to get a baseline. I had 102 million views and posted 9 shorts. The next month, I would have to do 30 shorts. And at this point, the time wasn't really the issue. It was thinking of the ideas. 30 unique ones. But after a generational lock-in, I did it and completed the month, getting 166 million views. Basically a 60% increase. So I'm probably gonna keep doing daily for as long as I can. So subscribe for my support. I'm really gonna need it. I found a subreddit called I made over I've seen a lot of people I found a subreddit called I posted a video I found a subreddit called We Hate Royal Pare. If you go to the rules, it says any pare lovers will be publicly executed and that you have to censor my name. What have y'all done? One of the posts is just one of my clips, but they put a black box over me. So I decided to look more into this because this is crazy. And turns out there's a similar subreddit to a bigger YouTuber. We Hate Doug. Okay, side note, I just realized I have 6 million subscribers. Sometimes I forget, but he's still way more relevant than me. Where fans of him can pretend to hate him in this one subreddit. And I guess that concept was so funny, it spread to me. Obviously, there's no actual hate going on here, so I think this is a pretty funny idea. Maybe I'll check back in soon. I made over 300,000 of my fans gamble.
Alright, hold on, let me just see. What in the utensils is happening?
So this should be an amazing experience. Yeah, let's get into it. I got this diamond watch. Nice! I'm gonna have like hearing damage after this. All right, here we go. Oh wow. Okay, the text is lagging. That's a great sign. Can I skip this? Like, I don't really care about the story. Come on.
Traumatizing. All right, back. We're gonna check out Royal Pare and see how much videos I've gone through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really hope I don't have 25 left.
Illegally. So, how am I not in jail? Well, a little while ago, I went to a casino for the first time. And I thought it was a pretty big deal because I live in Texas and gambling is illegal here. So I decided, let's involve my audience. I made a community post that said, I'm about to gamble and let you vote on red or black. Over 300,000 people voted. The majority definitely being under the age of 21, but that's okay because the law is optional. Red ended up winning with a vote of 63%. So I knew what I had to do. I walked over to the roulette table, gave the person a $100 bill, and put all the money on red. I couldn't record it, so pretend this spinning fish is the, little ball that moves. And after what felt like an eternity, waiting for the ball to pick a color, it eventually landed on black. And I lost all my money. Fuck you. I made over 300,000. I've seen a lot of people talking about Deltarune versus Undertale, both games made by Toby Fox, and I think most would agree that by now, Deltarune is definitely the better game. However, I do think Undertale wins at one thing, the absolute peak of the game. The ending to the pacifist route is a genuine top moment in gaming, and if I'm being honest, I don't think a moment in Deltarune has passed it for me yet. To me, the ending of Chapter 5 was getting there, so if things go well, it'll probably happen at the end of Chapter 6 or 7. But what do you think? I've seen a lot of people talking about Deltarune versus Undertale, both games made by Toby Fox, and I think most would agree that by now, Deltarune is definitely the better game. However, I do think Undertale wins at one thing, the absolute peak of the game. The ending to the pacifist route is a genuine top moment in gaming, and if I'm being honest, I don't think a moment in Deltarune has passed it for me yet. To me, the ending of Chapter 5 was getting there, so if things go well, it'll probably happen at the end of Chapter 6 or 7. But what do you think? I've seen a lot of people talking about Deltarune versus Undertale, both games made by Toby Fox, and I think most would agree that by now, Deltarune is definitely the better game. However, I do think Undertale wins at one thing, the absolute peak of the game. You need to stay alive just a little longer because so many peak things are about to come out. First off, in less than a month, we'll have a new Spider-Man movie, which is always hype. Then later this year, we're gonna be getting GTA 6, the most awaited video game of all time, Dune Part 3, which will probably make Dune the best trilogy of all time, the Ocarina of Time remake, which I am personally super excited for, and Avengers Doomsday, all before the end of the year. But then we're still not done because we have the Persona 4 remake coming early next year, Final Fantasy VII Revelation, which is gonna be so peak, and then not only are we waiting for Persona 6, but we're gonna have Pokemon Wind and Waves, Gen 10. And if all that wasn't enough, we still have Deltarune Chapter 6 and 7. So stay alive. I fought in a Minecraft World War. It was You need to stay alive just a little longer because so many peak things are about to come out. First off, in less than a month, we'll have a new Spider-Man movie, which is always hype. I fought in a Minecraft World War. It was crazy. There were hundreds of people. I was in a Minecraft Star Wars event. I was kind of nervous because there were lots of creators here that I would be meeting. If Akinator can get... There is a guy on... If Akinator can...
First up, ChatGPT gets...
Which one of my subscribers... I got things...
Yo, is that Google?
This is...
Yo, is that Google Gaga Penguin? Click to interact, play around, and get cheekily dissed by the cutest penguin on the web. Stop swiping and don't leave your Google Gaga hanging.
This is Omoggle. I just found out I have my own LARP tuber. See, there's been this crazy trend of people making channels LARPing as big YouTubers. And on my first day of the Lifesteal, I got invited to join.
I'm ready for that.
I don't care.
I tried winning. This is how these two, if I was put in the,
What girl type?
one of my most, if I was dropped, I tried copying big. I finally got a.
This one, please.
How fast can I?
Please.
Tier list of phrases.
Please.
Whose secret?
What happens when if I had to
Stop!
I am officially starting the...
Oh, God. Oh, my God. That counts. I don't care what you say. I've been sitting here for 24 minutes. I'm ending this video.